Hello, Jeremy Chambers, Independence Acres Homestead here. Dealing with one of the stark realities of raising animals on the homestead is knowing that eventually you're going to lose one, and sometimes it's difficult to deal with. Stay tuned. So this morning when the boys were out taking care of the rabbits, they came across one of the bunnies in our grow-out pen that wasn't looking so hot. Now this is the second one in 2 days that's had similar symptoms. The first one was on Friday morning. We'd just come out of a cold snap. It was about 2 degrees that morning with about a -5 wind chill. So it's pretty obvious what was wrong with that rabbit, with that bunny. So we brought it in the house, Shelly and the boys, while I was at work, brought it in the house, got it warmed up, and by that night, it was its happy, jumping, hopping self. Spent the night in the house with us on the back porch where it's a little cooler, just because we didn't want to shock it too much, going back out the next day. So went back out the next morning. All the bunnies were absolutely fine yesterday. And then this morning when the boys went out to go take care of the animals, Caleb came running in with a bunny, and it had very similar symptoms. A little lethargic. Ears were very, very cold to the touch. But the difference between this one and the other one is this one started to look, it was looking very skinny, a little emaciated. It had been eating and drinking, so we're not really sure what was going on. And then to top it all off, to add to stress this morning, we couldn't find Tigger. Last night, he didn't come in for his normal feeding. This morning, he didn't show up on the porch, meowing his head off, looking for food. So we were a little concerned that something may have happened to him. So I spent a couple hours, about an hour this morning, wandering around the property. Unfortunately, walking around, by the road outside the house here, trying to see if we could figure out what happened to him. And looked for, like I said, about an hour. Checked in the garage, in all the cars, in the chicken coop, in the rabbit hutch, just hoping that I was going to come across him. But didn't find him, just about to give up when I went and checked the little shed behind our garage where we keep the hay. And sure enough, there he was. He had followed Luke in when Luke went to go get hay for the bunnies yesterday. So followed Luke in, Luke closed the door on him unknowingly, and he spent about 18 hours in that little shed. But so that was a little ray of sunshine this morning. But we're still dealing with this rabbit that's not feeling well. It's come to the point now where its breathing has gotten very shallow. And I think to allow it to continue this way is just going to be, it's just not nice to the animal to let it suffer. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down, and then we're going to do a necropsy on it in order to see what's going on. I'll be looking for any injured organs, any bruising around the spine, because it's kind of acting as if it can't stand properly, so it may have actually broken its back, which unfortunately is a fairly common injury for younger rabbits, because they'll be jumping around, playing in the pen, and just jump wrong and snap their back. It's a very fragile skeleton system in these bunnies. So I'm gonna, like I said, dispatch that bunny now, and we'll do a necropsy. I'm not gonna do that on camera, but once I check and do a full check of what's going on inside, I'll come back and give you guys a report. So I've actually had people ask before, what's the difference between a necropsy and an autopsy? Well, an autopsy is usually done on humans, and necropsy is usually done on animals. So just wanted to throw that out there, that there's a difference. So when you're looking to figure out the cause of death for an animal, it's a necropsy. Well, finished up the necropsy, and results are kind of inconclusive as far as what caused the death of this particular bunny. It was definitely emaciated. It was still urinating and defecating, but its stomach was empty. And it had regurgitated a little bit, so it appears as if there was an issue with its digestive system, which could be caused by a back injury. There was a little bit of bruising just below its rib cage on its backbone, so it's possible there was a back injury causing enough pain that it couldn't eat. It definitely wasn't able to hop around like it had been, so I think we're gonna call this one a unknown / suspected back injury. It was perfectly healthy inside. The liver was perfect red brown. Heart was nice and strong. Lungs were the perfect pink color they should be. So we're gonna call it a back injury / unknown. It's always hard. And especially difficult to not know exactly what caused the death, because if it's something that is treatable, you want to be able to treat your whole herd so that you don't have anything going on there. Or if it was an injury, how to prevent that in the future. Yeah, it's a hard one, but at least we ended with a little bit of a silver lining today, finding Tigger this morning. That was a good thing. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. And until next time, God bless.